30, a warning from environmental police to leave wildlife alone. Officers ask would-be Good Samaritans to please resist the urge to help seemingly abandoned baby animals. Beth Ward here now. Beth, this is the season, that is, where baby animals seem to be everywhere.
They're everywhere. It is spring, so that is to be expected, Dave. It's hard for many of us to resist that urge to help out an animal, especially a baby, when we think it is in distress or without its mother. But as we found out today, many times it could do more harm than good to try to intervene.
Environmental police rescued 3 coyote pups from this pool in South Hadley over the weekend. A similar call came in to Springfield police.
We recently stepped in to rescue a suspected orphaned fox who had been sitting basically on the side of the road for minimally several hours. That's not a normal fox behavior, and that's not a place that a fox would normally be. So we suspected he either got lost from his mom or something happened to his mom.
Springfield Animal Control Officer Renee Robichaud says this time of year, they get at least 24 calls a week over concerns for baby animals in trouble.
Just this past weekend, I picked up a squirrel who was surrounded by cats in the neighborhood. There was no way you were going to put that squirrel back in a tree safely with all those cats knowing he was there.
While these animals were clearly in distress, many times, she says, it's best to simply leave the animals alone. These baby bunnies are adorable. Found in a Western Mass News photographer's backyard with no mother in sight. But are they abandoned?
That's the trickiest part. So certain species like rabbits only come to care for their young once or twice a day. They do have their babies kind of out in the open. They cover them up a little bit with maybe some fur, some grass.
Unless the animal is injured or in harm's way, Robichaud says, observe first, see if the mom comes back, and do not touch.
A lot of animals, if they have direct contact with humans, the state sees that as a risk for rabies exposure.
At which point, she says, the state would mandate the animal be euthanized. Best advice, any questions, call your local animal control officer.
They are cute, though, aren't they? Robichaud says by no means take a wild baby animal into your home as a pet. She says animal control works closely with many wildlife rescue organizations to rehabilitate injured or abandoned baby animals and get them back into their natural environment as soon as possible. In the studio, Beth Ward, Western Mass News.